So, Mr. Simang, chemical bonding, question number one.
So the question number one would be calcium chloride.
Compound that is soluble in water, calcium chloride. Mr. CB, why not CCl4, methane, and hydrogen?
So the rest are covalent compounds, they're not soluble in water.
So, what is the basic rule of solubility?
So like dissolves like.
Like dissolves like dissolves like. So, water is polar covalent. Calcium chloride is ionic. So, that is why they are soluble in each other. Great. Question number two.
So question number two, the molecule containing a triple covalent bond would be nitrogen.
Nitrogen. Why? Because this is how nitrogen will look like. This is how methane will look like. This is how ammonia will look like. This is how oxygen will look like. Mr. CV, any doubt?
No doubt.
And we have lone pairs here. Yeah, I think this is correct. Question number three.
Question number three would be A, CCl4.
Non-polar. So CCl4 is non-polar. So that is why this is the correct answer. Okay. Next question.
So next question would be 17.
An element whose atomic number 20 will most likely combine chemically with the element whose atomic number is. So this is 2, 8, 8, 2. So 16, 18, 20. So this will most probably, so if we look at this, this is 281. This is 283. This is 22. All of these are metals. So here we have 287, which is a non-metal. So that is why B is the correct answer. Great, Mr. CB. Next question.
So the next question is the covalency of CCl4 is what? So the correct answer would be D, 4.
Great. Sixth.
Which of the following is not a characteristic of covalent compounds? This would be crystalline solids.
Crystalline solids. So crystalline solids are usually ionic compounds. Any doubt?
No doubt.
Now, rest of the things, if you see, low melting point, insoluble in water, does not conduct electricity. These are characteristics of covalent compounds. Any doubt?
No doubt.
Characteristics. Great. So, question number 7. The diagram shown below leads to which formula?
So it leads to D, HCl2.
HCl2. Now, see ClCl, we can see that the valency of chlorine is 1 here. The valency would be 2. And if we apply crisscross method, so this would be, this 1 will come here, this 2 will come here. So this is a HCl2. So CB, any doubt?
No doubt.
Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So the eighth question answer would be A. The element B has electronic configuration 286, while D has a configuration of 1. So the formula would be D to B.
So X, D, the element B, sorry, this would be B. So this would be B. So the valency would be 2. D has a configuration 1. So the valency would be 1. So we are looking at a compound with a formula BD2. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Ninth.
So the ninth question, the ionic species not possessing any lone pair of electrons is, this would be ammonium.
Not possessing any lone pair of electrons, Mr. Sibang.
So it would be ammonium.
Ammonium, B.
10th question, the type of bond formed between the 12th and 17th element of the modern periodic table is, this would be A.
Okay. Actually, I wanted to discuss this question 9th. So let us spend some time in question number 9th. So if I look at ammonia, I have this as the structure. This is my structure for A, 9th A. If I look at hydronium, this is how it will look like. So I have OH, and this oxygen, the lone pair is given to the hydrogen, incoming hydrogen, and this is the structure of hydronium. Mr. Sibang, is it correct?
Yes, sir.
If I look at the structure of hydrogen, so hydrogen will look something like this. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Now this H2 is covalent. So anyways, they are asking us ionic species. Now if I look at ammonium, so ammonium NH4 positive. This will look something like this. Lone pair would be given to the incoming hydrogen, and this would be the charge. Mr. Sibang, do we agree?
Yes, sir.
Now, if we look at all this, so we find ammonia, there is a lone pair here. So this is not the right answer. Hydronium, we see a lone pair here. Again, not a correct answer. Hydrogen, anyways, is a covalent compound, and anyways, there is no lone pair. So the right answer is ammonium for a simple reason that I'm sorry. There's a lone pair here. This is a covalent compound. This is not an ionic species. So the correct answer, the ionic species which does not possess any lone pair of electrons, would be this. Mr. Sivang, any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
I hope I didn't confuse the issues. See, I'll repeat. There is a lone pair here. This is a covalent compound. This here, this is an ionic species, but I don't see any lone pair. As a matter of fact, if you look closely, even this is not an ionic species. So this also was neglected because this is not an ionic species. Mr. CB, any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
Okay, great. So question 10th.
The type of bond formed between the 12th and 17th element of the modern periodic table is A, ionic.
Why ionic?
So because 12th would be, if we have the 12th element, so it would be a metal because the valence electron would be +2. And 17th would be a non-metal, which would be 287.
Okay.
So therefore it would be an ionic bond.
So correct, Mr. CB. 12th would be somewhere some element from the transition metals, and you have a non-metal here, So this would be a ionic compound. Mr. CB, any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
So for example, if we want to take an example, so this 12th, if we look at the periodic table, you can take zinc, and this 17th would be chlorine. So the compound can be ZnCl2. Mr. CB, any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
Great, Mr. CB. So question number 11th.
The electronic configuration of the element in the third period that gains an electron to become an anion is D287.
287. It is third period, so that is why there would be 3 shells. It would gain 1 electron. So this is the only species. Great. 12th and 13th.
So the 12th question, a compound with all 3 types of bonding is dash. So this would be A, ammonium chloride.
Great. This is one of the very favorite questions. So ammonium chloride, NH4 plus Cl negative. So you will have covalent, as we have discussed before. We discussed this right now, 5 minutes before. So this would be covalent. This would be coordinate. And of course, between these two species, we have ionic. Mr. CB, any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
This is one of the favorite questions. I don't know whether this comes in board exams or not, but at least the workbooks love this question. Okay, question number 13.
So question number 13, the type of bonding present in the hydroacid of chlorine is. So this would be A, polar covalent.
Polar covalent, correct. Can you explain this with an example?
Sure, sir. So you have polar covalent of water.
So this can be HCl, hydroacid of chlorine. Mr. CB, any doubt?
No doubt.
So this is a covalent, and because of the difference in electronegativity, this would be polar. So polar covalent. Great. Question number 14th.
A covalent compound which behaves like an ionic compound in aqueous solution is dash. So this would be A, ammonia.
Why, Mr. CB?
So because ammonia is a covalent compound, but if you put it in an ionic compound, if you put it in an aqueous solution, it becomes NH4OH. It behaves, which is an ionic compound.
Great. Next question.
Next question, the electrovalency of a magnesium at dash and magnesium oxide. This would be B, 2.
Great. 16th.
16th, metals are good reducing agents since they dash electrons. So this would be D, donate.
Correct. So we take a few examples. They are very good in giving away these electrons. And because they want to give these two electrons, they are good reducing agents. Mr. CB, any doubt?
No doubt.
Great, sir. Okay. Next question.
So next question, the 17th. Type of bond formed when a proton combines with a basic gas is A, coordinate.
So Mr. CB, can you give an example of question number 17?
So you have basic gas. So basic gas is NH3, ammonia.
Okay.
So when you add a proton that is positive to yes, H plus to NH3, so it becomes NH4 plus.
Great. So again, we have that coordinate bonding that we discussed a few minutes before. Great. Question 18.
So sodium hydroxide in its aqueous form contains high concentration of dash ions. So this would be B, hydroxide.
Great. 19th.
So 19th would be D.
Great. 20th.
20th would also be D.
So we require an ionic bond. Yeah, we require high electron affinity of one atom. Yes, one should be. Let us again take the example of NaCl, favorite of the ionic bonds. So high electron affinity, chlorine loves electrons. Low ionization potential of one atom. Of course, sodium is on its one leg to lose one electron. Large electronegativity difference between yes, there is a great amount of difference between these two. So the answer would be D. Great, Mr. CB. Next question.
So 21st question, identify the ionic compound. This would be D.
This would be D. Yes, of course, all of them. Great. 22. Next question.
Oh, sir. An electropositive atom undergoes dash. So the correct answer would be A.
So it will lose this. So as per oil rig, oxidation, loss of electrons. Oxidation is loss of electrons. Loss of electrons is oxidation. So this is the correct answer. Great. 23.
23. Which of the following will have a low melting point or boiling point? So this would be D.
Yes, this is a covalent compound. Rest are ionic. Great. 24.
Identify the polar covalent bond. A.
Great. HCl. Yes. 25.
The number of single covalent bond and lone pair of electrons in the ammonia molecule are B.
Okay, so again N H H H. So how many single covalent bonds are there? 3. Lone pair of electron. So what is the right answer?
So the right answer, so for which question? 24.
25.
25 would be B, 3, 1.
3 1. Lone pair is 1. Great. 26.
Water contains dash single covalent bonds. So this would be B, 2, 2.
So O H H. How many single covalent? 2. How many lone pair of electrons? 2. So 2 2 is the correct answer. Great. 27.
27. The property not shown by carbon tetrachloride is A.
So undergoes slow reaction, weak force of attraction between molecules, water insoluble. Of course, all these are there, covalent, and presence of free ions. This is the property not shown by carbon tetrachloride. Great. Next question, Mr. CB.
Next question, 28th. The ion which possesses a covalent bond, D, ammonium ion.
Ammonium ion. Again and again, we are dealing with this. Okay, 29.
29. The number of covalent coordinate bond and lone pair of electrons. This would be D.
By D.
So because covalent bonds in hydronium ion is 2, you have a coordinate bond which is 1 bond, and you have lone pair of electrons which is also 1.
Great. So this lone pair is given to H, and there is a positive charge outside. So the number of covalent that we see, is 2. Coordinate is 1. Lone pair is 1. So 2 1 1 is the correct answer. Great, Mr. CB. 30th.
The type of covalent bond present in azote air is D, triple bond.
And what is the azote air?
Azote air is nitrogen. It's an obsolete name for nitrogen.
Great. 31.
The 31 would be C.
31 would be C. The bond found between two atoms of the same element to form a molecule is called C. Of course, non-polar covalent. So this simplest example is hydrogen. Great. 32.
32 would be the number of electrons that 32 would be C.
That do not take part during the formation of oxygen molecules. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many electrons are not taking part? Are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8.
Great. 33.
So 33 would be C.
33 would be C. Which of the following is not a typical property of an ionic? So the typical properties, they are soluble because they are charged species. Of course, they will get like dissolves like, as we had discussed in the beginning of the lecture. Great. 34.
So 34th answer would be B, coordinate.
Coordinate. Yeah. So question number 35.
So question number 35 would be D. Y plus 3 electron is Y3 minus.
Yes, of course. So for example, you have nitrogen. So 2, 5 valency 3 is a non-metal. So this will accept an electron to form N-3. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
So what is the right answer?
So right answer would be D.
Great. 36.
So 36 would also be D.
36 would also be D. So element transfers certain number of electrons to Z. Okay. To form X2Z. So 2Z implies This is how it would have been formed by the crisscross method. Do we agree?
Yes.
So the valency would x of x would have been 1 and the valency of z would have been 2. Do we agree?
Yes.
So the electrovalencies of x would be how much? Mr. CB?
So it would be D.
Array, it would be 1, na?
Yes, sir. One.
And the electrovalency of z would be
2.
2. 37.
So 37 would be A.
Yes, correct. This is simple. Okay. 38.
So 38 would be molecular reactions that are generally slow are shown by A.
Yes, covalent are usually slow. 39.
39 would be D.
Again and again, almost the same questions. Yes. 40.
So 40th will be A.
Great. 41.
So 41 would be A.
With one lone pair of electron. Of course, it will be A, as we have discussed before. We have discussed the structure of ammonia before. So I won't be drawing it again. Okay. 42.
So 42 elements with atomic number 16 and 8 will combine to form a compound with dash bonding. So this would be C.
Okay. Why C?
So because it is a because 2, 8, 6 and 2, 6. So O2. Sorry, it would be non-metal plus non-metal.
Correct. 43.
So 43rd would be B, water.
Correct. 44.
Which of the following is a covalent molecule but behaves as ionic in water? The 44th would be A.
Correct. 45.
So 45th question would be B. Y is getting reduced.
Electrons are being added to an element Y. Which of the following holds true? So what is the right answer?
The right answer would be Y is getting reduced.
Y is
B.
getting reduced. Okay. Mr. CB, by the way, what would be the simple example of 44?
HCl.
HCl. Correct. This is a covalent molecule, but when you put it in water, it breaks as H and Cl. Great. 46.
So 46th answer would be B. It has a high melting point.
Okay. Yes. Ionic has a high melting point. Correct. 47.
So 47th would be the correct answer would be C. Non-metal should have more electronic affinity and metal must have low electron ionization potential.
Correct. See, all this is discussed in detail in our periodic table video, and that video is available at is equal to classes Shivang. So this periodic table has been in detail we have discussed. This video would also be updated at the same channel. So question 48.
So 48, the electronic configuration of an atom of element. So you have 4 shells. It is dash. So this would be D. None of the above.
Okay. 49.
49th would be B. B for boy. Covalent.
The type of chemical bond present in a simplest hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon, say for example,
CH4.
CH4. This is the simplest example you can take. Of course, you will do organic chemistry, which is the last chapter in class 10th. There you will understand the chapter starts with the definition of hydrocarbon. So type of chemical bond present in simplest hydrocarbon, Mr. CB?
So covalent.
Covalent. Okay. Question 50th.
Noble gases forms no molecules with other substances because D. All of the above.
All of the above. Great. So, Mr. CB, one of the doubt you might have is that in question number 48, looking at the electronic configuration, of course, you'll understand this configuration if you continue with the chemistry in class 11th also. But, you can get an idea because this will belong to the oxygen family. So, more or less, it will behave like oxygen because it belongs to the oxygen family. So, that is why you could choose the answer to be D. Mr. Sibang, any doubt?
So no, sir.
Okay, great.